welcome back to my channel today, and I want to tell you guys that I started writing a top 10 Harvest Moon games. YouTube professionalism, totally right here. So this is my YouTube book. I started writing my top 10 with Harvest Moon games, and I started writing down a few words to keep me on track and remembering what to say about each game. Anyway, it ended up with me having a lot to say about each Harvest Moon game. What I figured is that if I were to do the top 10 with Harvest Moon games and really say what I want to say within each game, this video would be like more than 1 hour long. So what I figured out is that I'm going to cut it up in sections and review the games that I have the most to say about, and then at some later point I will do the top 10 like I originally wanted to do. So, as some of you may know or not know, the Harvest Moon series is a really important series for me. It is really close to my soul and heart. I think it's fair to say I have a fair share of experience with the Harvest Moon series. I started playing Harvest Moon when I was little, so the Harvest Moon series has changed a lot through the years. So one Harvest Moon game can be completely different from another one and so forth, especially now after the name change, like I have already mentioned. Now, today I'm going to review A Wonderful Life for the Nintendo Gamecube. So in Wonderful Life, I feel like this is the Harvest Moon game that is the easiest to marry a girl in. You only have 3 options with bachelorettes. You have the farming girl and the red-haired tomboy girl, and you have the blonde bar girl. When I was little and got this game, actually I got this game from my parents through a catalog. So this is a catalog game for me. I was probably 13. When I was a kid, I feel like when you're 13 you're a kid, and I was a slow teenager, a late bloomer, I guess, so I was definitely a kid at 13. I went with the blonde girl because I was obsessed with blonde hair back then also, so I went into my old save file with this game, and I had married this girl and we had got a kid. So the menus in this game, they are pretty okay. There's nothing that is confusing me with the menus. Now that I look back at them, they look so outdated, but they work, and that is the most important. Now, switching between your items is also very convenient in this game. Now, the map of the world is also pretty decent. It's okay. This game, in my opinion, has the best horse riding ever. It's like when you're riding your horse, there is no delay with anything. It's really fast and snappy. I have played a lot of games in my life where you simulate you're riding a horse, and often the horse is slow and takes a long time to turn around. Now, that is not the case in this game. This is how horse simulation in a video game should be like. Snappy and fast, and no animation for the horse turning around whatsoever. So this was perfect horse riding. Caring for animals. You get cows and chickens in this game, and cheap. You care for the animals by giving them fodder every day, so you feed them. You can let them out on your little grass patch to graze. You can sell their milk and eggs for profit. The actual crops and harvesting in this game is one of the worst in the series, I have to say. You are provided with really small fields for growing crops. This was really surprising for me back then, I remember. This is not the first Harvest Moon game I played in my life. My first game that I ever played with Harvest Moon was way earlier, and that was the Super Nintendo one. So crops growing and harvesting in this game is not at the best. That is this game's weak point. Now, I think the graphics are good. They are decent for the time being on the GameCube, and back then when I was playing, I remember family said, "Wow, that waterfall looks good." Things like that. I still remember that they thought that the waterfall looked really good, and the water animation and the sunset and the sunrise and stuff like that. It's really well done in this game. In this game you can eat mushroom and It's a strange mushroom and the screen goes blurry and you're inside the hut of the harvest sprites. Now, the harvest sprites, I never got anything out of them in this game. Maybe I was stupid, maybe I didn't get what to do with them, but they never helped me out in any way. The town by itself isn't really big. It's actually quite small and it doesn't have a lot of houses, so you will be finding yourself to re-enter the same houses plenty of time to talk with the villagers, so it's not a lot to explore. Now, there are mines where you can mine and you can fish in the ocean and in the river and sell off stuff so that you can get rich and get the girl. To get married, you have to give the girl a gift for a long time, every day, in case you didn't know. So that is how you get the girls to like you back. You have to bribe them with items. In this game, it is really easy to get the girls to like you back. The overall mood in this game, I would say, is kind of sad / scary. Sometimes this weird ass noise comes out of the blue. When you're playing and running around, I think that sound comes from the scientist's house, but I'm not really sure. It's really creepy though. The game feels serious. It doesn't feel very lighthearted. It feels serious and kind of scary, like I said. And there's even death, real like human NPC death in this game. An old woman that lived in this town for the first year, she dies, and then there is this tombstone, and the man is depressed because he is a widow man. Koko!
Hæ?
Hva heter det når det er en mann som er widow? Widow man.
Widower.
Nei, slutt. I would say this game is very atmospheric. You make money in this game by selling off your crops and animal produce and the things that you pick up in the nature. You can also store your crops in the house, the food storage system. That is also where you can look at how much you have made through the years, your earnings I mean, and what you have shipped off and stuff like that. So this game is a life simulator on a farm, if you didn't know what Harvest Moon was all about. I would give this game a 5 out of 10. And that is because it is not the best Harvest Moon game there ever was, but still, I loved this game as a kid, and it has a sort of place in my heart, but not a very big place. So that was my review of A Wonderful Life for the Gamecube. If you like Harvest Moon, please subscribe to my channel. I will post more Harvest Moon related stuff in the coming months. So that was everything for today, everyone, and I hope to see you soon. And no, that's not what I usually say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye! If you really enjoy my channel, you can consider being a Patreon for me. That way you will unlock hidden videos and Patreon's only pictures.